Ahoy and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Horizon's Call, our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign using the 5e rule set. I am Derek Sword, use he, him pronouns. I am your GM for this game, your game master, as well as your GC, your guiding compass, as this crew navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. Big episode last time, and we have a recap this week prepared by Jenn. But before all of that, I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves. And before even that, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key stream, and you can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Find all of our links in one neat, nice place. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel this time, so check out our socials. There's links to our Discord. If you're looking for discount codes, we have affiliateships with Hit Point Press. There's an affiliate link for them. We have discount codes for Long Dog Dice for your perfect dice set, or dice fidget, or glassware, or clothing at this point. If you are looking for your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. That's code The Lady Dame for 10% off your order. And then if you're getting a mini, check out Eldritch Foundry. Again, code Sword and Key for 10% off your order. This game also plays in support of Feeding America, and you can donate to that amazing cause at any time and add some incentives to our game with a link that you can see in socials, also on in chat, and also on Beacons. So again, Beacons has all the links. Discord's the next best place, so if you want to be part of a great community, the link to join our Discord is there as well. All that said, let's go ahead and go around. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out, who you playing, what you doing?
Hello, my name is Mare. I use they, she pronouns. I am playing Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. You're a centaur, Circle of Stars druid, who is glad that Paimon has been taken care of.
Absolutely. Next up is Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'm playing Winnie, also she, her, who is a sea elf, alchemical artificer. And yeah, I mean, he's taken care of in his way. At least he's not our problem at the moment.
Nice currency. Next up is Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl, he, him pronouns, playing Proximus, he, him pronouns also, your Triton, Oath of the Noble Triton Paladin.
Special thank you to Mikyl, as always, for the incredible artwork that you see on our screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Next up would typically be Kaila. She is busy this week, so Kaila typically plays Scarlett Shores. Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores. So Scarlett will be in the background this week, but Kaila did send me a couple of notes just in case specific things do happen. And then last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Kallista, also she, her, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric, who's got a lot of feelings and not a lot of hit points, and is probably about to find out what happens if you've been surviving off of just adrenaline and spite for several days, and then that all goes away.
Sorry, the cat's in the way. I mean, to be fair, I also survived that way. I swear to God, you lanky bastard. All right.
Excuse you, he's perfect.
He's
Look how
lot.
big
Right.
he's gotten. Holy
so
shit.
huge. Look at the camera. Look at it. Look at it. Look at your face. All right. He'll be back. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do the recap. Jenn, whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Hey, it's a nice, easy recap. It's one of the first times I think I've been able to do the easy recap. We just continued our fight with Paimon. It was a fight. It was stressful. It was a whole bunch of stuff. I got very sweaty. Highlights include Kallista uses Control Water to get rid of all of the poison clouds all of these corrupted champions were giving off, which was already a great move for the not poisoning us and being able to get visibility back. We found out after stream that they would have been able to heal using that, so super great move. Love that for us. Scarlett was able to dispel the barrier at the balcony long enough to get Dominara in the fight. She banished two of the... She being Scarlett. Dominara's not this cool. Banished two of those champions, got them off of the field. Acacia saves the day with multiple mass cure wounds. Again, that would have been so bad without all of that. Winnie used her Medusa shield to try to petrify one of them, and it ultimately didn't turn them to stone, but it did restrain them for a round, and that was deeply helpful. And then also hasted Kallista, which was super, super fun. Let's see. We've got Proximus. I went unconscious during this fight, which was not a huge deal because it activated the Death Shadow artifact that Kallista had given him before we got down here. For good measure, she also cast Warding Bond on the Shadow to help protect it, which was a great idea until that Warding Bond made her go unconscious. Choices were made. While all that's going on, Paimon decides he's had enough of this, tries to leave via a teleportation circle, which sends us all into a bit of a tizzy. Acacia unloads a very beefy guiding bolt to try to stop him. Winnie takes several levels of exhaustion trying to suppress the teleportation circle to buy us enough time, and that was enough for the armor that Acacia's dads had given Kallista to wake her ass up. So she could, in a fury, send Zeal after Paimon, dropped him, allowed Proximus to use the Proximus Shadow to wield the Hellfire Hammer to turn him into a soul coin with the help of Raja Bakshura. And that's where we stopped, was pretty much immediately after that happened, and Raja fucked off with the coin. So.
And the axe.
And the axe, yep.
Yep. And
Damn
all
it,
of the enemies.
We didn't even get the toy back.
Hey, you still have Zeal. I'm
That's
not
true.
giving you another one.
No, Derek, sometime later, I'm going to tell you what my plan was for Ardor. I just need you to
Great.
know. I
We're gonna
wasn't
make him kiss.
I want to know too.
I wasn't.
Gonna duct tape them together, put them ass to ass.
Here's what I. Jesus. Oh yeah, just like look, just Darth Mauling it up with a wheel,
Yeah.
with a hammer, and see. You know what? I like that idea better. Never mind.
Little doodle yeah. All right. Well, let's jump back into things then. So, you all were successful. You all defeated Paimon, you defeated Vindictus, you defeated all of the champions while you were at it. Any of the champions that were banished were taken with Raja Bakshura as he claimed them, as they technically imbued with the energy of Paimon and no longer Tritons themselves, were kind of Paimon's property. So as far as you are aware, Raja Bakshura now has all of the holdings, all of the stakes, everything, every contract that was held by Paimon is now held by Raja Bakshura. Everything
Oh
that
shit.
He,
That means he technically could sell on the ship.
yep. So
Fuck.
It's fine. I'm not worried about it.
Neither am
That's
I.
the
but
least
just
of
like,
our
bam.
issues with him.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
know.
fine.
it's not the devil you know, it's the other devil you know, it's then the other devil that devil knows, and that devil tells two friends, and they tell two friends.
It's the devil we haven't pissed off yet. This is an improvement.
True.
Yet being the key word. We were so close there at the end. Okay. I'm going to remove all of the other bodies off the floor there. So, you all are in the throne room of the Nalos, a place where no legitimate ruler has sat for generations. The hands of Eula that were covering the entrance, you now realize were illusory, and when Paimon fell, so did they. And he has it's illusory terrain or whatever the spell is. I don't have the stat block pulled up anymore. But all of you are alive. Dominera stands among you. And just beyond the entrance to this cave, to this throne room, you know that the entirety of the Nalos, the entire civilization, the whole population, wait for you. Could be a time for rest for you all, I have to imagine. Nevertheless, you know
Eva.
that there are still deeds to be done.
Eva, I see your shadow Proximus.
Jen
I just now
said-
noticed that.
Oh, yeah. It came
I just
up
now
last
noticed
time.
it. Yeah.
There's a transition and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What would you all like to do?
I'd like to know if Proximus is still shattered so I can take him off or not.
How does that?
It lasts for a full minute, so I think you've got about 48 seconds left, and then it will dissipate in whatever manner you want, I guess. And then you, Proximus, will wake up with all of the hit points that it still had left, which I believe is 68. So
That's
Damn
dope.
it.
yeah, it's
Can it
great.
be one more? Can we just have one more hit point? for shits and giggles.
One more hit point. Dominara comes over and just kind of like, just looks at the shadow and goes, pretty cool. And you get one more hit point from that.
Beautiful.
gift.
Perfect.
I like the idea of the shadow returning back, like laying down right where Proximus is to then become the shadow as the rest of the cocoon kind of melts off of him into the shadow.
Incredible. So you
Like Peter Pan, yeah.
You rise, fully you once again, your shadow returning to you, and look around to a room that is somewhat devastated by the combat that you just had, but a scene of victory all the same.
I just want to say that when we went to my home, we had a party and like a ball. So, if we come back here soon, Proximus, if we could maybe not do this again, that'd be great.
You do remember that we had a fight at the ball also?
Yeah, but we got to dress up for it.
At least we were in snazzy clothes. That was a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
Is that what it's like when you can have this back? I don't want that again.
We'll deal with it later.
While Proximus is recovering and having moments with Kallista, is the teleportation circle there still, Derek?
Oh.
Yeah. It's the teleportation circle, you know, that leads you to the death pit where
Kraken.
the Kraken eggs are. Yeah.
Is it only like a there and back?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Okay, so I can't use it as a if I copy down the coordinates, we can't use it to get here from another teleportation circle.
You might be able to adapt it for that, but it's not meant for that. So
Okay,
you
then
would
never
have to
mind.
put in you already have the spell circle there. You could probably, if you have teleportation circle as a spell, if you spend maybe a day on it, okay. If any of you do.
No, I was just asking in case someone wanted to use it, and we can hand it. If we wanted to come back later, we could ask someone. But
Or
I think-
we could hand it to Rollin and ask him to link up.
Yeah.
that was the idea.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah. It's a good plan.
It can't hurt to sketch it out and
Yeah,
just in case.
I think I'll do that anyway. Get some of my waterproof paper and sketch it out.
Okay.
However we decide to do that. I'm sure we've picked up waterproof paper and pens at some point. There's no reason why not to.
All right. What are y'all doing next?
What we should, by we I mean you, should probably go tell folk what's up.
Can somebody help me up? How many points of exhaustion do I have?
You just have 1 point of exhaustion.
Just one.
So, yeah, just one.
Thank gosh.
I think as one of the most hale people here at the moment, I will assist Proximus up.
I thought it'd be funnier if Winnie did it with 2 points of exhaustion. But yeah, no, that's fair.
And Kallista, I know, looks like shit.
Yeah, Kallista looks real bad. Kallista looks real bad when he goes to help him up and he just pulls her down to the ground.
I will assist.
Be funny if that's what took Kallista out.
Oh my god.
The 1 hit point.
Excuse me, it's 2, thank you.
Okay.
Double what you said, give me credit.
Seriously? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I would say to anyone right about now, but
You can just go out there and say like, hey, we took care of the Paimon situation. I'm going to take a nap now. Like, I just mean like...
They
Give
should
it
know
a
that
big
you're not
speech.
dead.
Yeah. Like, you just dipped into a cave and then
Disappear.
nothing.
But
yeah.
two things. First one regarding what that. Maybe talk to the elders. They are the highest point of seniority here. They would be the group of people to talk to first, after letting everybody know we're alive. And two, and I'll look at everybody, specifically looking at Kallista, but not singling her out. Would anyone like some healing? I have some magic left.
Yeah, I'm okay.
As long as we are not fighting anything, then I am okay.
I'm good. She's just gonna put a hand on herself and we'll cast a cure wounds on herself.
Okay. Offer still stands if anyone needs it later.
With help, he would. Well, I guess I'm not that bad, but I.
Yeah, you're pretty nice.
I'm not that bad. I would go to the edge of the opening to the throne room, and then I would ask for Dominaria to join me.
She's at your side.
This is what should happen, but I think this is where you can stay now. You don't need to follow me around anymore. You owe me nothing. And if you want to stay here, that is okay.
Does that mean you are not staying here?
That does mean that. Yes. We have more to do on the surface.
I suppose someone will have to clean up this mess.
Don't think I want to stay away.
You'd better not. You and I have had time to adjust to our freedom. Our people... Will they even know what to do with themselves?
That is why it is important for you to give them the perspective that they have never had. There are going to be many questions. I think the biggest thing is that we take care of the community and the people and ensure that they do not interject into this war that Paimon was leading them to.
I think a reason that they followed so eagerly was they did not understand how big the world really is. And I think you made a good point of a new perspective. It was one that I did not have. It's one that you did not have. It's one they can have now.
I think it would be good if we allowed them to visit the island and where we stay, so they get that perspective from a safe environment. Don't smile, Derek. Don't you do it.
I won't do
Don't
it.
you-
Oh, a whole army of Nalos. Great.
I said safe, and I'm like, he's.
I mean, you keep just adding like This is one of the most well-defended places in all Damaris at this point. Um, organizing an entire pilgrimage to an island that is leagues away will take some time. But baby steps. She swims out a little bit past you, and you see that as you are exiting this tunnel of this cave and exiting the mouth to look at the still gathered Nalos people, she swims out a little bit and then turns back to you. And you hear the cheers erupt as you exit. And through all of it, she nods and she says, "To new perspectives." And she goes to start swimming upwards. And as she does, with this school, this massive cloud of Nalos, and hundreds of feet away, you standing at the mouth of this cave, and Dominaria swimming straight upwards, isolated this single fish in this greater school, you start to see that she is setting a tone. That you have set a tone. At first, it's some of the younger Nalos that swim with her, following behind. Maybe this is a game. And then several others start to realize what she's doing. And they begin swimming after her as well. You watch as the entire collective of your people begin to swim towards the surface. Just faintly, a little bit of light is cutting through now, illuminating all of these silhouettes. They become almost like fragments of stars, dark to the otherwise light that is cutting through, inverted, yet bright all the same, as you can see the light trickle softly off of their blue scales and chitin. And as you look up, much as you once did on the fen, looking up in a small shack and seeing the names of every arbiter that came before you, seeing the past laid out of all those who had given everything for a cause that you came to learn was false. You now also see the inverse of that. You see the future of your people. Swimming towards a cause that you have helped them realize. One not of oppression, but of freedom. And after a
Proximus will
time,
just take it in.
please.
Yeah.
Arcus swims over to you. Don't worry, I will go up there too. It's scary for an old man to see something new. You have done well, Proximus.
Thank you, old man. You set me on a path a long time ago. Many of us. Your work is not done.
It never is it? We are going to have to do a lot of work. And I think we need to start with this thing. And he's gesturing to the greater monolithic visage of Eula that you're kind of swimming around the palm of right now. Ugh. Well, nothing a few chisels can't take care of.
have not much. We have plenty of time, so if I can be of help at any time, you let me know.
Hmm.
I am only ascending away.
Give us a day or two. Don't leave home so quickly.
Well, I gotta get these air breathers back as soon as possible, but we'll stick around for a while, and we can help with whatever.
I know you are never the sharpest sword in the sheath, but you seem to have gained some wisdom out there in the big world. Perhaps you have some good advice for restructuring an entire culture and civilization that has been misled for quite a while.
He reaches into his haversack and pulls out a couple books. One
What are those?
from the library of the underwater civilization. It's in Dwarven.
Mhm.
I know you might not be able to read this, but there's much on our culture from before Yula. And then the other one is a book that he found way back in season 1 in a library with a whole lot of monks.
Mm-hmm.
I think these might give us perspective on what our ancestors did prior to this.
Mm.
But it is only a small read in comparison to the time that has passed since then.
Well, they say you can't teach a dogfish new tricks, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Thank you for believing in me.
You made it easy. And also, you look like you could use some rest.
Something like that, yeah.
I will have quarters prepared for you and your companions. That way you don't have to sleep wherever that you've been hiding.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Arrangements are made for you all to take over a currently unused set of barracks. Area for you all to sleep, to rest, mend your weapons, all that kind of stuff. There's even a partial area of it that is has a little bit of air in it, much like the plesiosaur cavern, just in case you did want to get out of the water. It's not super large, but big enough for a few of you to be in. Kind of just if you were to train on land sort of deal. So maybe just like 20 by 20. Is there anything you all want to do before resting and picking up the next day?
Yes.
Mhm.
Talking with whoever is applicable, that if it be safe for the ships to return to the area, I'd like to send to Connery or Marcus to be like, come back around to the coordinates.
Mm-hmm. They agree to do so.
I will also be sleeping and out of the water. Because wet armor, seawater, not great for the hair.
Okay.
I just imagine your staff, the wood, just soaking.
It's magical. It's fine.
It's fine.
But no, my hair, my tail, fucking tangled mess.
I love how my hair feels after it's been in the ocean, though. Like, and then like
Okay,
rewashed.
CL.
Like there's. I literally have a shirt somewhere that says "Salty hair, don't care."
Kallista would like to, before we go to the barracks and all that, would try to see if she could locate the discarded pieces of Proximus's armor. Try to find that stuff and just keep that.
Easy enough to do. All drifted downwards. Yeah.
I think it's a barrack, so it's just like there is an open. It's just an open space. There's nothing private there. And Acacia goes up to the pocket of air. Where I don't have a good sense of the scale of anything. Where would the entrance to the mines be, or at least the one that she knows about, versus where we are here? Is this like a couple minute jaunt? Is this like a fucking trek?
Yeah, I think the nice thing about being underwater is you can bypass a lot of obstacles that would otherwise make it more difficult. We could say that this would probably be, I mean, it's a bigger civilization, but maybe about 10 minutes you'd be able to reach the mines from where you are.
Okay. I think she is going to... Callista's not going to tell anybody she's doing this. She is going to, while there's kind of around, is going to keep an eye out and try to get the attention of any of the Nalos that, like, they would now recognize. So, like, Nivea or Amanai or any of that. Like, somebody who would, like, she would be like, you're a person who kind of knows who I am and stuff. And would ask for their help getting to one of the air pockets in there for a moment.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, Nivea would find you kind of swimming around. You're looking for... Oh, of course, you are not used to this. Yes. Yeah. Did you want to see the plesiosaurs?
If that's the nearest air pocket, sure.
You just want air.
I just
That
would
is all-
like some air, yes.
We can make that happen, sure. That way you don't have to breathe in, you don't have to smell plesiosaur. It's not unpleasant, but it is an acquired sort of scent.
I can see that.
It's like if wet dog was just wrong, you know? She swims with you and helps you to a space that is smaller and not as well lit. It still has a little bit of coral to it, but there's not like the statue of Eula that's there. It's not meant as this like superficial thing, but seems just more naturally formed. It's a cavern. You can hear the movement of water here and kind of like the trickling of water as it seems to be passing through, but air is present all the same, probably generated from the coral.
Does it feel like this was an easy enough path that I could find my own way back out after?
Yes.
Okay, great.
It's not labyrinthine. She's like, yes, 2 lefts, you're fine.
Perfect.
You make 3, you come back this way.
Okay. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And after she, in theory, leaves, Callista's gonna get out, pull herself up. And now that she is alone here, if anybody were to be here, they could see, like, she just takes a deep breath. And then another. And another. And I think this is where you would recognize, this is not like, I'm enjoying air. This is the kind of breathing you do when you're trying to focus on something so you don't lose it. And she takes off the shoulder piece of her armor and casts light on it and puts it in the middle of the space so it is all illuminated. And then she takes the second one off but has more trouble with it, and she realizes because her hands are starting to shake, and she goes to take off her chest piece and can't do it, and then just gives up on that, and just sits hard on the ground, pulls her knees to her chest, elbows on them, and just her forehead in her hands, and is just like trying to not hyperventilate. And she's just going to sit there like that, waffling between the full panic and maybe even dipping into it a little bit for what she thinks is just going to be a short amount of time. But I imagine like easily an hour or two would pass before she would realize that she needs to put herself back together.
Did you
Question.
sneak off?
Yeah, I didn't
think
tell
so.
anybody anything.
Question then: where's Winnie and Proximus in this? Because Acacia's in the one that the air that showed where, like, you know, we were showed. Is she alone? Because if she doesn't see or hear from anyone else, it's gonna be a hey, life check to everybody in the mind link, especially if Kallista's gone for like 2 hours.
My worry was that little Jeffrey would have followed Kallista and just like sat in the corner with his little gem of brightness.
Yeah, I think the most that she told anybody is that she was going to go, like, look for the armor pieces, and then just didn't say anything else after that.
Little
Yeah.
Jeffrey is here for the levity of it, but can also respect when a heavy scene needs to be had by a character.
Yeah, I think
Sometimes it's not all yuck. Sometimes the little shark man needs to sit this one out.
that's what I was saying. The door is open. I think he would start swimming behind Kallista to like help pick up armor just quietly, and then if you send him back to Winnie, he'll do that too.
I think if he was going to stick with Kallista to help collect the armor, I think she gave it to him and put it in his bag and then sent him back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Go.
It's got a little switch. It's like it goes from like comedy to drama, and he's like, "Oh, it's in drama right now."
Yeah. I think all I do is tell him, it's like, hey, it's like, you can go back to Winnie. It's like, tell them, you know, I'll be there in a bit. Is just so that way there was she was right behind me. I don't know.
Yeah. If it is like towards the end of like the 2 hours, like when I would want to go to sleep, just be like tired. Hey everybody, proof of life check before I go to sleep. And that's it.
Thumbs up in
I
chat.
am here.
Did you
Yeah,
just say
thumbs up in
thumbs
chat. Yeah, you get like a liked message.
I feel like there is a way to just do that and just send like mental poke of like I'm
Yeah,
alive, but I don't want to
mental
talk to
pings.
people right now.
Right, yeah.
It's just you just get left on red. You see that it was red, but it was seen by everybody. Yeah, if we can send nonverbal things, I think you get just like some kind of ping from Kallista that's probably, I think Acacia would know, a little bit like quieter or weaker than like a normal response you would have gotten, but it is there.
Yeah. And I think to Kallista specifically, because it has been obvious like this entire time we've been down here, like Kallista doesn't like it. And I think just to her, she'll just send a message, just like, if you need anything, let me know, because I know what it's like to be in spots where you feel like you're being crushed. So let us know if you need anything.
You just get a very quiet and very shaky thanks.
Then I'll go to sleep, because what a fucking couple days.
Kallista will eventually get her armor back on and swim back to the barracks.
As you're swimming, you do get another voice in your head. Hey, you okay?
What a loaded question.
Yeah, I just want to see if you're going to lie to me.
I thought about it for a second. It's just been a lot, and I was functioning mostly out of necessity and some spite, and it became less necessary. And the spite's still there, but I certainly got my little bit of revenge, I suppose you could call it. See how he fucking likes it in a coin?
Yeah. Oh, Callie, I mean, you did it.
Traded one problem for another, but at least it feels like a more manageable one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one problem was a source of a lot of other smaller problems. Speaking of, I am not doing great, but I don't feel as awful as I did. And I wanted to apologize for being as shitty as I have been. Still pretty torturous being a coin, but something's different now. And I took out a lot of my, I tried to transfer a lot of the hell I was going through onto you. And I don't know if that was necessarily fair, but yeah. Anyway.
She's fully stopped swimming and has taken the coin out and is just like holding it. She's like, when he stops, she's like, "Are you sick? Can you even get sick? I think
I can get tarnished, but I don't know if that's like a little patina. Is that? No, I mean, don't get me wrong. My soul is still being infernally tortured inside of this coin, but it's what I was going through before. It's different now. That's all I'm saying. Like, this is manageable.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Thanks.
don't mind me. I'm just gonna keep being currency.
For now. I appreciate you checking in.
Yeah, I'm money. I guess appreciation's part of what I do. I increase in value.
Okay, well, you can't be that sick. You're still making jokes, so that's good.
Yeah, it still hurts.
Well, don't do it on my account. I need to fucking sleep. She just starts swimming again.
Unless there's anything else you all want to do for that long rest, you get your long rest. And Winnie probably double trancing, I have to imagine, to get rid of those 2 points of exhaustion.
Derek, I need you to know that I would not burden you with this, but Jenn is making me. So
Peer pressure.
yeah. So,
In Horizon's Call, it's spelled P-I-E-R.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. That. So you know how Winnie's invented Damaris 5-hour energy? And like,
I didn't do
it's
this. You did this.
tricky.
You said it to
Nope,
me, and I laughed, and that was it. I didn't encourage this.
that's not true, and you know
Listen,
it.
it doesn't matter who came up with this. Everyone's getting punished.
It's
What?
true. So, but you know how potions can like lose effectiveness after a certain time, probably.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably not mechanically, but sure.
this doesn't have to be canon, but it's just kind of funny to think that like maybe Winnie only needs 4 hours of sleep / trancing because every single day she takes a 5-hour energy, but it's really only good for 4 hours.
Yeah, except it's that she's an elf.
Yeah,
Okay. But she just thinks that. She just thinks that like she's
Who knows?
special despite all. Okay. Yeah. All right.
the point
Who
here
does?
is yeah, I know I'm right. Yep. So yes, gonna do a quick 4-hour power trance and then wake up, check out some of the Nalos like must eat cuisine, and then power trance again.
Okay. So wake up still with a point of exhaustion and just like super tired, raid the fridge, and then go back to sleep.
Is that
Perfect.
not how you survived after pulling an all-nighter?
A girl's gotta eat.
I just got really sad and called my mom because I was in college. All my friends hate me. Like, you don't have any friends. Okay. You all trance, sleep, rest, long rest, get rid of your points of exhaustion. And a new day arrives with the Nalos. Civilization? Not really an empire, not really a kingdom. A city, I suppose. With the Nalos, another day arrives. How would you all like to spend this day? You may leave at any time. There's, if you wanted to be part of the restructuring of their government and their civilization, by all
You
means,
should
if
have
you have
zero
advice.
hand in that.
I agree. But if you all want to head back to the surface, you are welcome to.
Mine's really quick. Acacia is trying to stay out of the eyes of the Nalos as much as possible. One reason, not her business unless it's asked for. And two, the last thing she wants is a bunch of people staring at her because she must look very weird to this underwater civilization that has never seen a centaur before. So she's probably going to go back to the ships when they get here. Until then, she is stealthing the shit everywhere.
You could
And
teach
what
the
else
kids
do you think
knife
is
fighting,
necessary?
or the kids could exchange
They
knife
already,
fighting
they're
techniques.
the Nalos. They already know how.
There's
Probably
that.
not with knives though. That's a whole other thing. They got all their pole arms and swords.
Where do you
and stuff.
think they start? They can't lift a trident when they're
No,
3.
I fully expect the Nalos children are just out there with swords immediately. A knife
throw the
that's
heaviest-
dinky and little.
Get strong.
I'm pretty sure I remember Dominara like absolutely ragging on a dagger at some point, being like, "What is this? A sword for children? Like literally some kind of shit
a
like
sword
that."
for children. They leave school at 2. What do you think their PE is?
Yeah, so I am staying out of the eye as much
Line
as
up for your knife
possible.
fight.
I tell Marcus / Connery, tell me when y'all are fucking here. And I tell everyone else I'm available by mind link.
Yeah, Marcus and Connery are making good headway. They've been waiting for word so they can be there by the end of the day.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go ahead and roll stealth just for
Yeah.
shits and gigs.
Cool. Where's my die? My D20. The thing is, I just unprepared pass without trace. This is just my regular stealth. It's like I probably don't need this magic stealth. A crit, so a 30.
Nice.
Okay. You see roving gangs of children looking for you, going, "What were those things on her feet? I don't know. They look like giant fingernails. Why did she have so many limbs? Was she a crustacean? No, those have 8, you idiot." And just like, you see them just like scanning, looking for you, but they don't find you.
God. Like, if it were any other kids, I'd be all for it, but not
And
being.
all of them have knives.
I don't want to be looked at like an oddity right now.
Just like orc children. Orc children also just carry knives around. There's so many cultures are just like, you see a child, give it a knife. It doesn't have a knife already? You didn't bring your knife from home? I had to learn recorder in elementary school. So, these kids are just bringing their
Oh
knives
my
from home.
gosh. Hot crossbones.
Yeah. Want a penny, too a penny. Okay. The day goes on. Anything else any of you wanted to achieve today?
I do also let everybody else know, hey, I plan on going right to the surface when the ships get here, so it's not a surprise when I fuck off.
Thank you.
Proximus, where would we find you?
I would wake up as early as I could, and what does a warrior do when they don't have anything to do, when there is no war? I think he would just I think first he would try to find Arcus and Dominera, just to make sure that he knows if he has to go to any meetings about anything. If they're gonna meet about something, he would want to be there.
Yeah.
But
you would find Arcus and Dominara standing near the throne room, essentially. And Nivea would give you word that's where they are. As you go in, you would see that they are joined by the other heads of the council and are engaged in some more intense conversation as you swim in to hear Arcus yelling at them like, "You traitors, you bastards, you sold out our people. How many times now? And you think you're going to keep your positions on the council? You are lucky that I do not kill you all right now." And he looks back as you come swimming in. And here could be the sword that swings. So you are lucky.
Wait.
Domino
This
goes,
is-
"Yes, absolutely. I would be the one to execute you."
Not saying that wouldn't be the case. I am only saying there is no purpose in us complaining or fighting each other. What has happened in the past has happened in the past. We must keep it there and move forward. There cannot be a divide, not with the elders, not with our people.
They'll just kind of look to each other. So, and this is one of the other elders. This is Koga. So you're saying that we can keep our position on the council?
I think that is what we need right now. We need some kind of similarity of what has been happening prior to this. It can't all change overnight.
All right. Well, maybe we can add a couple of seats then to the council. Have some new voices. I partially
would
agree
like-
with Arcus.
I would like to nominate someone. And Dominera.
Dominera looks at you. I do not have anyone to nominate. Why are you? You said you have someone to nominate, and then you go, Dominera? You have someone to nominate. Who are you nominating?
I am nominating you. You have seen so much.
I will
that-
cut out your other eye. I need you to know this.
Okay. You can try. You tried you tried to take my life and you only took an eye. That is a small part. So,
You know what? Fine. I'm going to prove you wrong. I will be the best council member ever. Saying I can't do something. I could have killed you if I wanted to. I just got sad a little bit.
you sure did. But I'm anticipating they will need your insight on many things.
You are correct, I suppose. Okay.
You
Sit
can't
down,
take
all
a
these...
compliment?
No.
Of course not.
Are we just meeting? Is this first time we are talking? All right, old people, sit down. First of all, there's a cavern beneath us. It is full of kraken eggs. We need to collapse that like yesterday. Second of all, this statue, ugly. Get rid of it. Also, I hear that there's some sort of army that is coming to us. What is happening with that? And again, Janice, one of the other council members. Yes, they are supposed to arrive today. So
Arrive here.
a contingent of them, I believe. We were supposed to meet up with them. That is what Paimon was proclaiming yesterday. So it's as good you had rest. Dominara just turns slowly to look at you. I am going to go mobilize our new army and make sure that they have whatever they need. You should wear something scary. You are about to be a diplomat.
If they send a speaker for the group, bring them here.
Yes, all right, fine. I will have the scouts posted at the edge of our border, and hopefully we can put on a good show.
I really wish they weren't coming here. Okay.
Do you want to go to them?
I will. Yeah.
All right.
I really didn't plan on doing anything today. I was going to take a break, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry that your revolution has been such a burden on you. So the story does not end as soon as you beat the bad guy. Life goes on. Anything you all want to do to prepare? It sounds like potentially Proximus is going, but potentially others might be going with him. So, Mikyl, is there anything you would like to do to prepare? And then is there anyone you would like to take with you? You can also swim to the edge of the border with the mobilized Nalos that Dominera can prepare and put on like a show of strength. How would you like to approach this situation?
Yeah, I would like to address them myself. I was thinking, like, if they sent a scouting troop and you know there would be a speaker, kind of like the hand or whatever it may be, and we don't kill the messenger, but you know, what does that mean? So I'll go to the border to address them myself.
Okay. Alone?
No. With the contingency.
Okay.
Yeah, alone.
Are you telling any of us?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, this is a
Are you
Nalos
armoring-
problem.
That's fair.
Or armoring yourself in any way?
Arming?
Are you
Or
going to
armoring.
look scary, like Dominara has suggested?
I think
mean,
there's also
this-
something scary to going fully nude. So like how
True.
That
yeah,
was
is this like a
actually-
board shorts and flip flops
That was
situation? or-
actually my thought. Was here I am. But I will keep a banana hammock on, and
Acacia hears rumors from the kids about how Proximus is Willie out and just mentions it to everybody else and is just like, excuse me.
if I never heard Willie out again, I'd be okay.
whole new definition to Free Willy. Okay. Well,
Apparently they're
with
sick. It's an intimidation tactic? I don't know.
yeah, just Proximus is a downstairs eel.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
With
Maybe
a
we
banana
could
hammock.
kill the messenger.
a banana hammock, wings on your legs, and a trident. So just Namor at that point.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no, I know, Michael. I know. Like, every episode, it's like it's a spinning wheel of like, are we gonna get Star Wars, Warhammer,
Which
or
one?
Marvel? And
Yeah.
typically, it's all three. So, I see you. You swim to the border of the Nalos. You have an army behind you, mobilized into battalions. Battalions typically can form like on a battlefield in a variety of ways. Often they are like rectangular, but underwater, when you have to work in all dimensions, the shapes are shifting and yet still organized and geometric, like a school of fish that are all sharing the same mind and swirling and moving, almost pinwheeling around each other. And as these mobilizations are happening behind you, you swim with Dominera a little bit behind you, and she just looks and goes, "The look works. I see what you're going for.
Is that
Out
a
in the
compliment?
It's a statement of fact. Look serious."
Mm.
Out in the distance, through the murk, you begin to see something large moving. It gets closer and closer, and you start to see all these dots around it. The first thing that you see is the head of an undulating sea dragon. Sea serpent, I should say. They are different things. Around it are hundreds of smaller dots indicating humanoids that are all moving about as well. Maybe about 1,000 feet away, their movement stops, and two others begin to swim closer to you. It takes them a little while. One is heftier than the other, and propels itself in sharp jolts. The other one seems to sway, almost serpentine-like, but both are more or less humanoid, as you see an eel folk and a homerid, a crustacean folk, a crab folk.
Hmm.
And they swim up to you, giving about 30 feet of distance. And the eel folk is dressed in some bits of armor, almost like metallized coral and some leathers. The homerid does not seem to be wearing really any armor at all. It has one very large claw, one smaller one, and these little like pincers on its mouth, these little mandibles. The eel folk puts a hand on its chest. We see that you are ready to join the Leviathan Horde. You are Vindictus, is that correct?
That is incorrect. No
Oh,
Nalos will be joining you this day.
It
Paimon.
looks at the homerid.
Paimon is no longer. I don't know who you made the agreement with. If it was Vindictus, he is also no longer.
My apologies. I was hoping to start with introductions, not disappointments.
I don't think that is necessary. Not to invite names at this point, but we also are not here for a fight. We are here
yet-
just to inform you.
It takes an army to inform, it seems.
Eh.
Well, our plans have changed. Apologies, I was ready for a great army to lead an assault, not for... Who are you?
I am no one.
And why should I listen to no one?
Well, no one is the speaker of the Nalos, and I speak for them.
You are vexing, and
I've been told that before. Actually, many times. Here is the deal. I don't want to know about any of the provisions or the thoughts or the agreements that was prior to you meeting me today. I only want for everyone to go back to the things and the ways prior to that agreement.
well, I see that you have an army, but I have one as well. What if I say no? What if I say that our army wishes to take what you have? What if we were to see how great our forces are? We are ready for a fight. It seems that you are the same. What would you say?
Fights only bring one thing, and that is death. Whether you come out ahead, whether I come out ahead, there would be losses. At this point, there are no losses.
Proximus, do a persuasion or intimidation. I think this could go either way with that. You don't have to tell me which. But go ahead and give me a roll for that, please.
I'll tell you anyway. So I have a +10 to intimidation,
Okay.
but I also have a +5 to persuasion and an advantage.
Pretty good.
So let's go ahead and roll. That's a 19 on one and a 15 on the other. So I'll take the 19, 24.
The ill folk looks to the Homerid, who hasn't really said anything.
I am sure that we will see each other again. But it sounds as if...
Go ahead.
It sounds as if we may just have a net neutral in this meeting.
I appreciate that, and such a wise decision. I hope that we do not meet again in anything, but just know that we are going to stay clear of the Leviathan horde, the Nalos, and we would appreciate the same. And he will stick a hand out for a shake.
The Elfolk looks to the Homerid, who looks at its big claws. Okay, not you. And then swims up and reaches a hand towards yours, like a few inches away, and then kind of looks you in the eye, like, is this a trick? But then grips your hand. You feel like a little, it's not like enough to do damage, but a little electric charge just kind of come through with the handshake.
Well, I am resistant to any lightning damage, so
It's unintentional.
Right.
Any damage that would have been. Well,
I'm glad that
then-
we could have this talk today.
And if anyone asks, I talked to no one.
That is true. As if they asked me.
This is a strange day, but I don't know how to feel about it. Let's go of your hand. Come, Tak Tak. We have much swimming to do. And the Homerid just mutters something, kind of almost like foams at its mouth a little bit and scuttles something out in a language you don't necessarily understand. The Ilvik looks back one last time at the army, at you. And just waves a hand and goes swimming off. And it takes him a little while to reach the army that is there. But after a little while and a little bit of movement, you see them all turn and go swimming out into the distance, into the murk, where you can no longer see them again.
He'll swim back to Dominetta. We must post sentries at the borders. I know that will be a lot of work, but they will return. We can just buy time at this point.
I will make it part of my duty to check in on them to make sure that they are not drawing on rocks and not paying attention. Some sentries have had problems with that in the past.
I don't know what you speak of. This is hurtful, but true.
Let's go ahead and take our break there. We will be back in about 10-ish minutes. Pet your pets, hydrate, do the things. Remember that we are raising money for Feeding America. You can donate to that important cause at any time to add some incentives to our game. Stick around and enjoy our ad reel. We'll be back. Everybody, welcome back to Horizon's Call. Let's jump back into things. Proximus, the army that you have assembled to give a show of force to the Leviathan Horde accompanies you as presumably you head back to the city proper for the Nalos. Anything you wanted to do while you're still here with your people?
I think you would just take note of like who all is there, right? Of the fact that I think this is the first time in a long time that any Nalos has ever followed Proximus, much less, Dominera. Taking, allowing him to take lead, I guess. So other than that, just sentimental. Glad it worked. For now.
For now. Anything any of you wanted to achieve before heading back to the surface?
I think at some point Kallista's gonna check in. If we are all mind linked, I think she's mostly just hanging out in the air cavern because it's like, what is she gonna do outside? And she just, I guess, doesn't know that Proximus just went and led the whole army out into the middle of all this stuff. So she's just hanging out. She will check in at some point and be like, should we do something about the Kraken nest before we go? Like, it is a bunch of eggs. I feel like they can probably take care of it over time, but if we wanted to help get a head start on that...
Fortunately, they're probably not tasty.
Now
make an
Jen's
omelet
thinking
without-
about, scrambled eggs, and it's bad. It's so bad.
More of like a caviar situation.
Oh, worse.
Don't like that.
Even worse.
I am in no place. I don't know what to do with them, and they've probably been there for centuries at this point.
Derek, where do we have any sense of like where that cavern existed versus any of the structures that would be on the quote-unquote surface above them? Like, if we did something, if we were able to do something that could like collapse part of the cavern, are we jeopardizing part of the city's stability, or is it like a separate enough thing?
Muted.
So here's kind of the fun thing with it. The city all exists in these spires, which all are kind of like isolated away from the statue of Eula, and then with the Kraken cavern beneath. If you had a decent enough spell, and I am getting flashbacks to, the Frozen North, where you took out Bleakwatch Prison.
We had mechs.
Yes.
You had mechs
We
and a
did.
shatter spell and ice beneath. But you also do have like a cavern with, some structural supports built into it, and you're trying to get rid of the statue anyway. The council members have their homes in along the sides of that cliff. They might be fine, but also those assholes can find somewhere else to live. Otherwise, everything else is set away from that cliff itself.
Okay, cool. If we want to just leave them to it, fine, but especially depending on if we are leaving immediately or not, I could at least give them a small head start on it. I can use Zeal to take care of a significant portion of that cavern, at the risk of the structural stability of the spire. So I don't want to steal that away from anybody who might be looking to destroy it themselves as some catharsis, but if they'd like some help, I can at least weaken things. It is not up to me. I'm putting it out there. If Proximus, you need to have a conversation with someone, by all means.
I will let them know.
Yes, you just let us know if you want our assistance with the eggs.
I'll just
Sure.
bring it to the council. We just avoided possibly a war, but it's okay.
Sorry, what?
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Well, yay on avoiding a war.
Yes, I guess that's... Kallista can feel the panic starting to come back, and she takes a deep breath of actual air, and it's like, no, this is okay. This is...
I think we could probably wrap up as much as we can before we leave.
Are you back at the, or heading back towards the throne room?
Yeah, I think that would be my. I gotta let them know too. I didn't really think about it. Or maybe I'll just send Dominaire to do it, so I can just. Derek, can I just not be the face of the? For a
You
little
start
bit?
fading
Dominaire's-
out.
Dominaire is doing a great fucking job. She's doing amazing.
She was
She's
the favorite anyway. You
Right,
have set
yeah.
up some great minds to kind of take over things. You were symbolic. You were a great Shay. You know, you do not need to be beyond the revolutionary leader. You don't have to be a Stalin.
Yo, if I could just have a T-shirt with my face on it.
You're gonna be on
and a-
so many Nalos.
I freed the
College.
Nalos population and all I got was this t-shirt.
Yeah.
Add it to the merch channel.
Yeah.
I could summon the Leviathan avatar and just have it go ham on the ceiling.
You might be able to take care of part. You'll understand this more than anyone else, Acacia. I can cast Earthquake.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Surprisingly, I can't.
I can only do it with Zeal.
Oh.
Because it's an 8th level spell, but it's one of the ones in the weapon.
Oh, I should-
Terrified
I
to know what the equivalent in Ardor is. I have no idea, and that's gonna just haunt me forever.
didn't know it was 8th level, so I probably have access to it later.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I do.
I'll send Dominaire back with, to report back to the elders, the council, with what happened with the Leviathan horde.
If I come to find you later, are you going to be gone?
I won't leave without saying goodbye.
I was curious.
No.
All right.
No need to drift off into the shadow any longer, huh?
One thing that I have figured out from spending enough time with you is that all shadows must be cast by light. You brought a lot of light here, and shadows seem to have served you quite well. Don't be so willing to cast your shadow aside. Anyway.
Thank you.
She
No,
goes swimming
I
off.
mean, thank you you've done a lot. Not only for me, but for our people.
All right. Okay.
It should have been you.
If it had, none of this would have happened.
You're probably true. I'm not going to argue with you, but we are here now.
Thank you. Ugh. You know what I mean.
I do.
I'm going to go now before you hug me.
He hugs her anyway.
She hugs
This
me
is
back.
better than having your sword at my throat.
A little bit. We could do both. That way, if anybody swims by, they think that we're fighting.
If I need to go to the Shadow Realm again, I will call you. Huh?
No.
Okay.
No, I am staying here now.
Okay.
And, well, I suppose I'm going to have to get everybody together for a field trip to your little island. Come see my home.
It
You
won't.
better take good care of it.
it will still be there for you.
Mm.
If I could say one thing, I think you would be a good leader. And if you need anything from me, just let me know.
Everything I have ever needed from you, I didn't even know to ask in the first place. That is why you are better than me. You help without having to be asked, and you just know what to do. I wish I had that.
He rubs his eye. There is a cost for that.
Binocular vision. You're right, I am better than you in some ways. Thank you, Proximus. I needed that.
Just a reminder. Go ahead. You have many sleepless nights to prepare for. They are going to ask you many questions.
She leans away from your hug and then in with the gemstone that's placed in her forehead. Do you still have yours?
She took it, broke it,
She did.
cut it right out.
She puts her forehead to where yours would be. And then goes swimming off. Yes, Jen.
Eva, did you have anything? I know you've been. Some of us have poked
Oh
around
yeah,
a
I
bit.
stepped
just wanna make
away
sure.
and said Winnie just wants a tchotchke for Ellen.
Okay.
If anyone needs her, she's available, but
What
I would
sort of tchotchke?
something that could only be found from the Nalos. If there's like
You could take Inga the Ingot, little Jeffrey's little servant. Black Mithril is something that can only be found with the Nalos.
do you want to take it away from him? I'm not going to take it away from him.
You could take a
I could try.
non-ambulatory ingot.
I don't know. Do I get the feeling he'd have any use for black mithril? Because I feel
It's
like
a very rare substance. It's magical. Does he have a use for any of the tchotchkes you brought him? Like, what is this having a
Why
hung
is
about?
this a question Winnie is asking? Could they use this?
Okay. Okay. I will try and source some black mithril, but then my time will be spent in the forge shaping it into heart hands. And then if he really wants to use it, he has to break that apart.
Great. I thought you were just going to go to the shop where they have all the ingots, but like they have people's names etched
The
into them.
souvenir
But
shop. Yeah.
it's never the name. It's always your name, but it's spelled different
It's
than the way you spell it.
RHALAN.
Yeah,
There's never
yeah.
a Y. There's never
Yeah.
a Y.
Never a Y.
There's never a Y.
It's
Yeah.
AEL
Well, it's all like
every
Nalos
single
names,
fucking
too.
time.
Michael and I get it.
Yeah.
There's
Never a Winnie,
Y.
but there's a weenie.
Damn it. Cool. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's it for me. If anyone needs her,
Great.
she's in the gift shop.
Doing something very important. All right, Jen, please.
I think the only other thing Kallista would have is if Proximus has sent Dominara to go deal with the council and whatever, when he gets back, if we still have some time. I know it was a bit different then than it is now, and some of those memories might have a different filter on them, but while we're here, if there were places around here that were or still are important to you, I would like to see them.
I would love to show you around. And he will hold his hand out. Now, without the armor, you can't breathe underwater. Is
Nope.
that
I am
okay?
still fully armored.
Making sure, you
Yep.
know, like, hey, we can armor down now.
Yeah. No. Not if she wants to. She can survive 4 minutes. Because I did look up drowning rules just because I didn't know exactly how evil Paimon was going to be. She can survive 4 minutes. So very short tour without the armor. Otherwise has to be wearing it.
It would definitely be like the scene from Black Panther 2, where, you know, you go through seeing all the sights of the underwater city that is the Nalos. I know this has not been great for you. But it's been very good to have you here with me.
I am glad I could help.
One day, when we are not here, and maybe take a break from the water for a while, you can tell me maybe why you don't like it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to at some point.
But later, not now.
Yes. Later. Wasn't always like this, so.
None of us ever were. We have all come a long way. And sometimes that is scars, and sometimes that is great memories. Sometimes both of those things happen together. I have gained many scars here, but made great memories. Now you get added to that.
Thank you for showing me.
There are a lot of choices that brought us to this point, and I would not change any of them. Because it's brought me closer to you. One day, you will feel maybe confident enough that you could maybe drop those walls.
Maybe.
That is hope enough for me.
Always good to have hope.
I mean, it does not take much for me. Trust me.
Well, then you can have enough hope for the two of us when I can't find it.
I think that's what draws me to you, is whenever I am lacking something, you are there. So if I need to be there, then I will. I'm not going anywhere. Not on my own accord, at least. Do you have any ideas on what you would like to do for a date?
A couple.
Do you feel like sharing?
Wait till we get back on the ships.
Oh, okay. I would like to hear about your childhood once. Sometime. I mean, because this is where I spent most of my time as a child. I would like to see where do you come from. Hear about that.
Well, I can definitely tell you about it. The map of the ring says I'll be able to show you at some point, too.
Ah. You see his eyes kind of light up a little bit. That makes me happy. This is a good time. These are happy memories. We went through a lot. And here is the best crab cakes in Nalos.
It's a lot of work swimming in 65 pounds of armor, so I am starving.
Little crab in a chef's hat comes out. It's holding a carrot cake. It's like,
Yes.
cakes made by crabs. Crab cakes.
Crab cakes.
What's funny
think
is
it was.
I don't know if Derek you did it on purpose, but in Tooth or Truth or something happened at some point, or it might just be Winnie asked about birthday cakes. Carrot cake is Kallista's favorite cake, so that has been said on stream.
It's also the funniest cake.
Yeah, truly.
Okay. Your time with the Nalos feels like it's coming to an end. You have done your part. Whatever happens next, whatever freedom has been provided these people that is part of freedom, is the burden of having to decide what comes next. But they have been given one good first step. You know that they are in good hands. Hands that have been used to draw blood, hands that have known violence, but now seek a new purpose with peace, with growth, with prosperity and progress. It won't be perfect, but that's part of freedom as well. Any last things before you all head to the surface?
Just offering up that earthquake if they want me to collapse part of the cavern, but other than that, I'm good.
I think that is a good way to end things for sure. And yes, Michael, you can raid the weapons vault if you would like.
Yeah.
Just want to see if you're actually going to ask that out loud.
I was going to. I was like, well, I don't want to.
Winnie's gonna steal a Kraken egg and then go back to the ship.
No.
I had a terrible idea of also stealing a weapon so I can sell it because I'm trying to save for a tattoo. And Black Mithril is so valuable on the server.
I love that you say steal instead of just, hey, we just saved your civilization.
Yeah.
Could I have one?
Yeah, you guys using this? No?
It's
okay.
it feels like it is mundane to them.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
don't
that's the thing.
they don't truly know. Yeah, they don't truly know the value of what it is on the
Is that
surface.
exploitation?
So I'm I mean,
Listen, they have some. If they ever want to reintegrate to like surface or like other societies and under the water, this is a great way to do it for them to get some commerce.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Let's talk about
let's-
colonialism.
Yeah. Morally, I'm not going to take some so I could sell on the surface. However, the idea in Mare's head was there.
I don't think it's
Like-
the selling it on the surface that's the morally questionable part. It's the stealing it that was the morally
True. Okay, that's fair. I forgot I don't have to actually steal. Old habits die hard, okay? If they're even dead at all.
So funny.
Okay. You may absolutely take a black mithril weapon, whatever it is. I mean, the base tier of whatever you're grabbing.
Honestly, I
It'll be a
might
plus-
want just a dagger anyway. They're
Yeah,
cool.
be a +1 weapon, and then the black mithril concept of it will double its cost, its value. Michael, grabbing a weapon or armor, what did you have in mind?
I was looking for like a short sword scimitar, like
Yeah,
something for an
absolutely.
offhand light weapon.
Okay.
Well,
Let-
not light. It doesn't have to be light because I'm dual wielding at this
You have
point.
dual wielder. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just so I have something in mind, because we can do. You did a real big thing. What type of weapon did you have in mind? And I can try to find something.
Oh, you know what? A scimitar. That was the only thing that I was, like if it was. I would like, since now I do have a trident that is of black mithril and made by my best friend. I would don't tell anybody. That I would like to wield a weapon from the Nalos for sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I will see if I can find you a scimitar that works for that. Okay, let me go digging through stuff and see.
And we could do it. We could do it later off.
Yeah, I'm gonna find.
Yeah.
I'm digging through, so I will find something for you. Cool. All right. Well, then, Kallista, you've got a little demolition to do.
I'm interested. I don't
What does
know
this
if
look
I've
like?
ever seen this happen before.
Let me make sure I've got the right info for it. So, I can do this once per day. So if we're leaving today, all I can do is one chunk of the cavern because it sounds like it was too big for this. To at least fully be able to do it. So the range is 500 feet. It will cover a 100-foot diameter area. So I'm going to make sure I'm back a good amount so I don't trap myself in here. And I think I'm going to... The goal is going to be to position this in a back area of the cavern, so that way then as I collapse anything, I'm not creating a safe pocket. I want to make sure I absolutely get everything along a back wall, and I would rather get less area covered and make sure that's not a risk than be a little bit too far forward and keep a thing there. But as soon as she makes sure that everyone else is clear, she's got the go-ahead, like, yeah, this is what we want to do. She's going to take Zeal and turn it upside down so that way the head of it is towards the ground. And very similar to how she has done her destructive wave before, and is going to tap it on the ground, and all of the gold bits of it kind of flash and send a shockwave out of like this golden light and it's going to spread out a bit, and then it's going to coalesce down into a point as it moves to where she's centering this before it explodes out from there in like this underwater like shockwave kind of effect. So the description of the spell Earthquake is so long. There aren't any creatures in the area, so I'm skipping that point unless you want to know about Constitution saving throws for the eggs, but we're trying to collapse the cavern.
You're good.
there's a combination of things where it's like, hey, it can open fissures in the area and those eventually like collapse and things can fall into it, or it actually also specifies that like it deals damage to any structures in contact with the ground around there and collapses it and potentially damages nearby creatures. So whatever your interpretation of that you want it to be, but she will use the charge from Zeal to cast that.
Great. Okay. Channeling this magic through the bottom of the ocean.
Recording stopped.
You feel this intense thrum. The sand on the bottom of the ocean lifts up slightly as you. God, I hope you don't create a tidal wave. You channel all of this seismic energy that seems to make the water around you vibrate, bubbles channel up. And with it concentrated in this area, you start to hear these large snaps and cracks, almost like what Kallista might have heard if she's ever heard a tree come down. But the grinding sound afterwards, this deep, hollow, echoing noise, the groan of stone against stone, of the shifting of a formation that has not moved in millennia. And that stone begins to collapse and crumble and begins to become particle, and the sediment of it shifts and breaks. And you all would watch as steadily, slowly, and then all at once, the facade of Eula begins to collapse downwards. The top part being the highest part of the cliff falls first. The great monolithic head shifting and crumbling down. It slams onto her palms, breaking them off as well. And almost imploding into itself, you watch this cliff just decimate. No longer. You could do some digging, but it's a safe bet that any kraken eggs that were there were crushed by the intense weight of this entire cliff falling in on them. Anything that was there is far too buried to be messed with at any time in the future. And as the sediment rises and fills the water and eventually clears, you have this new beginning presented for the Nalos. No longer being loomed over by this false idol, this goddess, this false goddess, who used trickery and deception to lord over them for so long. And no longer is there a place for deceivers to stand and make their proclamations to the people. It's like there's a new baseline set for the Nalos. There's no longer a throne room. There's no longer a coral throne. There's no longer a place to be ruled from. Their destiny is theirs now. The voice of the people being all of their voices. Both all of them and no one. With that, I believe the plan was to swim back towards the surface. So, unless there's anything else you all do, that's what you do.
Did both ships come back or just one? Because I know we were talking about some other stuff last week above table.
You said that you called for both of them to come back, so unless there's any other stuff I don't know, both came back.
I know we were discussing what we were doing with the ring and stuff, but I can't remember if we finalized anything. So
we did not. Also, we weren't really gone all that long for it to matter.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Time is soup, and I don't remember what was in game or outside game. You know.
All right. Then you all swim back to the surface. Your ships wait for you. You can see the silhouette of their hulls. You swim back as the sun is nearing its highest point. It's just a little bit before noon now. And as you reach the surface and you all take your first breath of fresh air in so many days,
you can see that the crew are all waiting for you. The anchors dropped, the sails reefed, and you all have to decide where you're going to go next.
It's a great fucking question. Speaking of what I just brought up, we did discuss potentially sending one of the ships back to Phoenix Landing with the ring, and I...
Was this part of Kayla's contingency plan? Did she throw in a vote for this? Because this feels like a decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
She sent me something about this as well.
I believe
so
it was the same thing that she
probably.
said.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny if
It was not
wasn't.
about the rings. It was just about where you all go next.
Yes.
Okay.
Close enough. Is it spoilers?
Yeah, it will be, if it's relevant, it will come up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I don't
think-
like this.
No, it's
think-
fine.
I think
Secrets don't make
Acacia
friends.
would suggest
they
to
keep them.
everybody that we take a recess, clean the salt water off of us for those that need it, that need to calm the fuck down, relax, and then reconvene in like a couple hours to discuss what we're doing.
Agreed. Derek, do you mind pulling up I guess I could just pull up my version of the world map.
I can move you all over to the greater map.
I just think that a little bit.
Yeah, I realized you all were still on the battle map there. So
Not even our battle map.
that's your battle map. You were on.
No, we
you were
were
yours.
on ours. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
ours did show back up.
It switched over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't looked at it in a while.
So you are in the center of the mid seas. So to give you all a general layout and maybe even a bit of a recap, you all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings left.
Yes.
The one nearest to you that you don't already have is with the Empire. It's in Triskelia, the capital city of the Empire on the continent of Validus, which would be, let's see, that is 10, 20, 30, about 35-day travel to reach that. Alternatively, up in the north at the Hogmore Islands, you know that Amara is right up there with the little island that kind of looks like a snake a little bit.
Squiggly.
Like a snake that's smoking, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's a Rorschach test. You know that Amara is lying in stasis, maybe more appropriate. And that would be 10, 20, about 30 days travel. Alternatively, your island, if you did want to return to that, is 10, 20, 30, about 30-ish, maybe about 32. If we were going to round down, we'd say 30 days away. And that would be towards the southwest, Hogmore Islands being to the northwest, the Empire being to the east. I believe that's the immediate things in your area that you had on your to-do list.
I think after with the idea that we're gonna spend a couple hours to be able to like decompress a little bit before we have this conversation, I need it so known. Kallista went and talked to I think it's Trosho is the right one. She wants to get an empty barrel.
Yeah.
She's gonna take that to her quarters. She's gonna cast create water in it to create a freshwater little pool, so that way she can just dip herself into it and get all the salt water off. And she's gonna do that for a bit. She is not going to bother cleaning any of her armor. She's like, it's a future her problem. It literally is wherever she was in the room, when it just wherever she was when she was trying to get it to come off. That's where it is. It's just strewn about everywhere. Just, proper care and maintenance be damned, and does that to like recenter herself a bit before we get back into a conversation.
God,
And will
fucking
show up
hell.
to the conversation. I think this will be one of the only times anybody. This is going to sound so much sketchier than it is. It's only because they would do workouts before. This will be one of the only times anybody else has seen Kallista not in her armor other than Proximus. He has seen her not in it because they've done some of their training and sparring without it, but nobody else really would have. And so that's her prep before we get in here.
God, fucking mood. I feel like Acacia's doing something incredibly similar. Cause damn that fucking salt water. The rest of you have it fucking great. You don't have to worry about it.
So we still need to wash off.
You still need to wash off, but it
Dude.
isn't as like annoying.
Yeah. I
Taking
can
care of our
only
gears
imagine.
harder.
I could only imagine how
True.
smelly we are after we get out of the water. For
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go ahead. No, I was just you go. I was just gonna start an actual conversation.
Oh no. I think the only thing I do, Derek, before we in like the couple hours is I'm going to find wherever Panveer is in a reachable manner, and I'm going to drop a black mithril dagger in his lap.
Hmm.
I just give him a little salute. Souvenir.
Thanks.
Why?
What is this? Does this come with strings?
You don't understand what friendship is sometimes. God damn it. I'm just gonna let you figure that out while I go have a very important conversation. And I will ruffle his hair and leave.
That's cruel. I need you to know that.
You're smart. Figure it out. Not everything comes with strings, dude.
Well, you smell like low tide. Oh, you said something nice. Okay. No, you're smart too. Sorry. I was expecting an insult.
Yes, I smell like low tide, and I hate it.
Yeah. Come.
Okay. I know we are kind of relatively equidistant between a number of things right now.
Where are we having this conversation, by the way?
I imagine probably Scarlett's quarters. I imagine
Okay,
this is,
with
we're
the
doing
map
this
and
somewhere
where the
private.
map
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
both.
ring.
Yeah. I've been with you all for 3 months.
Has it?
I think it might actually only be 2. I'm afraid to look. I'm gonna be completely honest.
It's only been that many months. What the
It's
hell?
kind of been a lot, and I know you all had a lot before that. So, with my understanding of the fact that the longer we do still just kind of have the ring with us, the less great that probably is, and having 2 of them on us is probably not great. I would suggest that maybe going to Validus right now, not great, and maybe we do something slightly less intense, and maybe just go lay down and dissociate for a week or 2 before we do anything else.
As much as I want to go punch their teeth in, I agree.
Their teeth will still be there to punch later.
Unless they go off and do something while we're doing other things. But yeah,
Amy,
I'm going to punch. It will
try
give me
it.
more time.
Try it. Come at me. Try it.
No. I'm going to get. It's going to give me more time to figure out what to do to them.
Yeah, also, we
And-
need outfits.
True. I think my current idea is to punch their teeth out and then sell the teeth to the Fae.
okay.
That's
I
the
feel
thing.
like I'm supposed to have some opinions on that, but right now I just cannot muster the energy for it.
No, dissociation. I like this idea.
So that's my 2 cents on that point. I don't know if anyone else has any other opinions on that. And she's like kind of just like looking down at the map at this point. We always have an excuse to go back in the direction of Validus. We are very close to where Amara is and don't have much excuse to come back up here other than for that, and I'm not going to ask us to take everyone on a several months adventure coming back out here for what is ultimately just a me problem. So if I can suggest that maybe we consider going up there, I would appreciate it. But I also understand that is not... We have 2 whole ships of 2 whole crews. So...
I disagree that it would just be a you problem. We all did meet them, and I quite liked them. And having them continue to stay in whatever the details are is going on with them is kind of cruel. So I don't have an issue with it. And if they don't, and when they're back, if we don't want to get them on the ship with a long time getting back to Phoenix Landing or wherever they want to go, I have a quick way to get them there.
I don't know what state they will be in when we get them fully back. There's a lot of questions I have about that, but in theory, they also have some options depending on where they want to be. A conversation we had in the Shadowfell, it sounded like they also didn't really know what they would do after getting back, because it's not like home really makes sense for them either. So I am going to see if they would like to come back to Phoenix Landing with us, which would then, it would be good to hit the Hogamore Islands first for that, so they have the option of coming back with us rather than having the option of going with us to Validus or somewhere else first before going back. They might actually quite like, not like I've seen it, but the descriptions of it, maybe being a little bit further out into the woods of Ascension Isle and maybe even closer to where that monastery is being rebuilt. It kind of feels like their speed a little bit.
I mean, I think that sounds pretty good. Plus, I mean, we can just loop up over the top and check out the ring on the crown if Amara is, I mean, depending on what Amara is up to, but if they want to come with us or if they want to go back to Phoenix Landing or have you, we can always play it by ear from there. But I was going to recommend maybe Derek, Lorefall was on Polonus, right?
Lorefall is on Polanus, yeah.
Maybe stop in Polanus on our way up there and like restock and whatnot, and maybe check on our new ships. They're probably done. They were still being worked on when we left, right, Derek? Or
Remind me what ships you are talking
the Tombstone twin ships.
I literally just watched this episode yesterday because this was all in episode 22.
Did we wait there until they were done?
What was said at the moment was that all the ships were done at the same time, and so at the same time that we left to head out to the
That's
mid-seas
right, we
for
were
the
wrecked.
Lullaby, those ships were also leaving, and then past us did current us dirty, and what happened is the question was, okay, what are we sending the ships to go do? And then we said, we'll talk about that off screen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did we
Okay.
not?
So I have
We did
no
not.
record of what we may have or may not have done. So
Okay.
we should figure that out at some point.
ADHD
We are going to
strikes
put a pin in that
again.
for now for them.
We sent them to do something.
They are
Go
off
somewhere.
having a great
And-
time making friends. We'll deal
Fine.
with that with Kayla.
Instantly
I-
forgot about
When
it.
that
Yeah.
happened, I literally put my head in my hands and I went, no, this is there's too many ADHD people in this group for us to
Uh-huh.
go, we'll do it later. We know better than that.
And yet here we are.
Yep.
Yep. So anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's basically right there on our way. So it is probably a good next stop regardless.
At the very least, we might need to resupply before we spend another month at sea. But
Yeah.
just even heading up to the Hogamore Islands, and if whatever we think we might do after that, if it's not head back to Phoenix Landing, supply up for further.
Yeah.
So let's get Amara.
Okay. So the plan is to take both ships to the north, to the Hogomore Islands.
No.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, we did not clarify that. I will cry if we don't send
Yeah.
the Cross's Mercy back to Ascension Isle with the ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Please and thank you.
I'm so worried about it going by itself, but also
I know.
this-
Can we just
I-
go with it?
I mean, okay, yes. Look, all I'm saying is that practically above table, we are
need to
never
level up.
going to level ever
Oh,
if
yeah.
we just
No, if-
go around collecting rings in one ship.
We're
Which
not
is an even
Sonic the
worse
Hedgehog,
idea.
damn it.
If we're gonna have the practical above the table conversation, yes, because I can't remember which one of you I told this to before. Kallista's old campaign, when it just ended and stopped, Kallista was level 14 at that point, so Jen has been staring at level 15 for 8 years, and it's killing me.
Yeah.
So there's that.
All right.
Which
Well,
is-
Proximus has just gotten his wife back from another deadly situation, so he sheds a tear, and he dons his plot armor, and waves goodbye to her. It's 100 AC. It's pretty wild. You can still hit it with a nat 20, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have a crit in the bank anymore, so you have to just get a lucky
Yeah,
roll.
it's true, you used it on...
I'm just rolling against myself. I'm just sitting here, just what I do when we're not playing. I just sit here, just rolling my dice.
Yeah.
But it's balanced.
Yeah. Yeah. Above table, if we're gonna go do Amara, I would say, regardless of what happens with whether they're coming with us or not, we go back to Phoenix Landing after that. So at the worst case, it's just delaying it like that.
That crown ring is right there. Like if we just loop
But wasn't
up
the
and then
crown a
down.
whole other thing though? Because that was talking
have to hear from
Ace,
Ace, but
and
also
yeah, there was all kinds of other
At
stuff.
some point,
there.
if Ace doesn't get back
can
to us, we
happen
have to
whenever.
just At
Yeah.
some point
But
we have to
that's-
just go.
But that's my point. Is like that can happen whenever. Like we have another way to it, so we don't necessarily have to be like, oh well, we're right here for this. Because at that point, then you're like, well, we're right by the crown, we're right by Athelvar.
Athelvar.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's
it's
we
all
can just do that.
relative.
It's we're just right here. That's how we end up with 4 rings on the fucking
Look,
ship. So
no risk, no reward. I think we either
God,
I mean,
I'm just
even
I
if you
think we
leave,
should send the Mercy.
Derek,
if you leave
go
the
ahead.
Hogomore Islands and you head directly south, you would also go through Nibirian's Wake.
and
I've
Winnie
put-
is really anxious about Nibirian's Wake.
And what I'm
Speaking
saying,
of fucking up the Empire. Which she
The
could do a
Empire's
lot
fucking up
more
Nibirian right
effectively
now.
if she leveled up.
True.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Say what you said again. Speaking of what?
you said speaking of vampires, yeah.
No.
I heard fucking a vampire, but you said empire, didn't you?
Wait,
I
what?
did
Oh.
say Empire, yes.
Empire. I also
I
heard
heard-
vampire.
I
Anyone
heard
who wants
speaking
vampires
of fucking
should
a
know.
vampire. Winnie could do that a
Campaign.
lot more if she leveled up.
The Harpies are dealing with the vampires, okay?
Yeah, I was like, that's not your game.
And
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Derek, I heard
Yeah.
the same thing as you. It's totally
Yeah, I'm
fine.
glad. Okay.
I'm just saying, if we send again above the table, if we send the ring back on a ship and something happens to it, we have to go track it down another time.
I just want to let's just go back with it. Just make sure it gets there.
Okay. What are the
In which case, can we just
proposal-
hand wave it? And add 60 days
could.
to our travel time. Like,
Yeah, we can do that. Also, above table, for the sake of this game and this conversation,
thank you.
if you send the Mercy back, it will be fine. You will
Okay,
not
great.
have the
Thank you.
resources of an additional ship. You will not have Marcus. You will not have any extra ammunition. So, then this is the cost to it. If you go sailing directly south when you are done at the Hogomore Islands through Nibirian's Wake, a place that you have specifically heard that the Empire is now like accumulating warships,
Staging.
that
Yeah.
might be costly with that. You could go around. There might be more time you could go up to the north. That's a decision you're going to make later. I'm not
Yes.
going to fuck you over off screen.
Thank you.
That's not
Yeah.
fun for me.
No.
I can't imagine it's fun for you.
You want to fuck us over on screen?
Absolutely, where you all can do something about it. It's storytelling. But there's not going to be anything like where Marcus goes, huh, hey, Funny story. So you know that ring? Well, I'm thinking of two rings right now. I'm thinking the one that's three. The one that's on my finger, your finger, and the one that was in our hold. I feel like
Can I say
all of them are going.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you, Derek, for solidifying that.
Yeah.
That
Perfect.
honestly is my vote. Plus, the redemption is faster anyway if we do go through Nibirian's Wake. But also, we don't have to worry about that at all. My only above table concern has nothing to do with that. It's more if Kayla's okay ditching her husband for
Yep.
So I say,
Scarlett's
pending Kayla's approval, I say we send the Mercy down back to Phoenix Landing and Ascension Isle, and we will head north towards Amara.
Cool.
Phenomenal.
love this. While
That's
stopping
Otherwise-
in Lurefall for supplies.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, if Kayla wants her husband to stick around, we'll
That can
take
be
both
a
ships.
decision she can make. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or Marcus can just not be on the ship. He can come with you.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't have trusted people to Esben
Exactly.
can captain.
Exactly.
Is there and we don't need to go into this now, it's just something that when we get to Lurefall and anywhere else is going to come up, is what the Nalos, like, are we supposed to be spreading the word about, like, trade being open, or like they're friendly now, or like
Yeah, because there's been a lot of terrible rumors about them.
Yeah.
That aren't
Mhm.
exactly rumors. They're
so like we can
fact.
start disseminating other information. Just something to think about. Again, don't need to deal with it now, but just yeah, that's all I have.
Well, if you all are going back, are you going back specifically to Lorefall, or do you want to stop like at the north of Polanis, or even the northern island, which is Nestra, which is this little island's just off the point?
What's up
Did you
there?
have a specific?
We know
wanna find out?
Lurefall, and like that there's neat, interesting shops and crabs there, but do we have any
Shops and crabs?
Yeah, Winnie got a crab the last time she was in Lurefall. Then she had to give it away.
I guess I
And that's
wouldn't
where
want,
Vilkis is.
I wouldn't want Winnie to do like a Foders, like if they, travel to Lorefall. They got shops, they got crabs. The end.
Okay, speaking of which, Winnie has been a lot of places. Does she know anything on the way to Amara that isn't Lorefall that would be an interesting place to stop and refuel, and also that we haven't been before?
Sure. Go ahead and roll history.
Okay. That's a D20. Not helpful, even if it is pretty. 15, 26.
26 is pretty good. Let me pull up
I
a
have a
map, and
plus
I'm also
11.
going to.
So it helps.
I'm not surprised.
She went to college.
Did she?
To get more knowledge.
Yeah. Community
she
and
go to-
technical.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was more like a trade school, right? I mean, there's nothing against it, just
Well, she started in
Yeah.
like regular school and then she dropped out and went to technical college.
okay. Well, let me get some different music than the delay harp going. Not that one.
I didn't check to see if that's what you actually named it, but I hope you did.
That's what it's called. Here we go. Let's do some nautical travel
Our
music.
buffering music.
Okay, so 26. Looking towards the northwest, Winnie, you have the island of Polanis, one of the larger islands that has a lot of mountainous regions to it, with most of the civilization actually being on the eastern side, as they do a lot of their trade with Validus. As you are looking further north, you would see the island of Neshra. It's kind of an extension of the Polanian culture. However, they do more like livestock trade there. So it's weirdly kind of like New Zealand, where there's more sheep than people. No sheeple. Important note. Satyrs get real confusing. They're not allowed. That's not canon. If you were looking further to the west at that point, the two other smaller islands off to the north of Polanis, you have Sentry Isle and Skullmark. Skullmark has a reputation for being a place where some brigands and pirates have been in the past. What it's like right now with the Empire extending its reach,
you're not really sure. You know, in the past, it's had, especially with like all the mountains on the western side of Polanis, it's not getting a lot of attention from that next, the island closest to it. It also has this weird kind of intermixing of elven culture, because the next largest island that would interact with it is near Alir. And so it has like both this like really natural sort of vibe to it, and also like really low on the law kind of spectrum. They don't really worry a lot about like upholding laws and this and that, but everybody just kind of treats each other pretty okay, and they go with that.
San Francisco in the 60s. Got it.
God, yeah. And just as queer. Yep. Yeah, a lot of trolleys. Anyway, Century Isle has been in the past, much to its name. It's been a place to look out for some of the raiders that come down from the Hogamore Islands. It was used in the past by the elves from near Alir, just as like a warning place. It has a pretty decent lighthouse there, but doesn't really have as large of a population. It's meant to be the first line of defense against any of the raiders that would come down from the north, which has been a bigger issue in the past. Might be a big issue again from what you've kind of heard about the Hogamore Islands recently. Off to the northeast of Neshra is Solitude, that little tiny island in between Validus and Polanis. That is Imperial. That is the Imperial's answer to the raiders that would come down from the north, and is I wouldn't recommend it for all of you. Mary, you have a hand.
No, I'm waiting I had a question when you're done explaining everything, that's all.
Yeah. Other than that, you've got the Hogamore Islands to the north. So you have the largest island, which is Sjorvard. You have that little bay there is Blood Bay, unfortunately appropriately named. Let's see, as you go around the top, if we're going counterclockwise, you would have Saltcliffe, Skyguard, and then Highhaven, and then that little one that's kind of at the very center is Dagonet's Shame. And you would know that Amara would probably be held at Dagonet's Shame.
All right, my question.
And we do have a resources thing in Discord for the map. Yes, please, Mare.
Since you were going about everything, I realized, what do we know about the Hagamore Islands? Because I don't think this has been mentioned recently in game. What do we know?
Yeah.
What should we expect when we go there?
I guess we can carry through with the 26 for that. The Hogamore Islands used to be where Cavalon was. Right. Before the deluge, that was Cavalon. After the deluge, much of Cavalon was submerged, and what remained succumbed to the constant barrage of raiders that would come down from the north, from Borea, from Ebenmorn, that eventually just took over the island. The Cavalonians then all evacuated down to New Cavalon, just south of Athelvar there. The islands themselves are now inhabited by what we would consider almost like a Viking or like Nordic sort of culture. They have longboats, but like if longboats had succeeded into the golden age of piracy. So they still have a primarily raiding culture. And I'll just throw this out for something that Kallista would remember, having seen a couple of those raiders in Lorefall in the tattoo shop. They seem to have unified recently under a new I can't remember the term that was used. Want to say, well, I'm gonna get it wrong, but they've unified under a new leader, and she seems to have brought all of the different tribes and clans together. Otherwise, it's kind of these remnants of Cavalonian culture that are inhabited by, like I said, a culture that primarily sustains itself off of raiding.
Cool.
That's what
And
you
you
got.
will share all of that. Anything sound good? Or Lorefall?
Lurefall's the wrong direction, isn't it? That would add to our travel time.
It would.
I'm sorry. I thought it was at the top of one.
It's towards the center.
Oh, just kidding.
The question is, do we need to restock and refuel? What do the stores look like, Derek? Can we make a trip going all the way to the Helgamore Islands and then head back south.
I mean, that ties also to the, do we want to start spreading the Nalos propaganda?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I could not care less about what
Go,
your
go.
resources are. Not the kind of game, only adds more time and minutia to something that already has enough time and minutia added to it. So if you all would like to stop and have like a little island time and hang out with potentially a bunch of sheep or spread the word, or even check out Century Isle and get some more information there, fully within your power to do so. But that is your choice as the players to have that story beat.
Which I appreciate.
I am of the opinion we stop only if we need to. If we want to, and if we stop, we don't stay there more than a day. To
No.
get information or supplies, get a lay of the seas.
Yeah, we're not on vacation. It's on our way to something else. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I have no need to stop. If the ships are good, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Okay, then with Cross's Mercy loaded with the Elder Ring, and they're heading for Phoenix Landing. For all of you setting your journey towards the north, your ships part and go sailing off and near opposite directions. I suppose the nice thing is, by the time that you reach the Helgamore Islands, will be right around the same time that Cross's Mercy reaches Phoenix Landing. So by the probably beginning of our next episode, you all will have leveled up.
I tell Panveer not to cause too much trouble.
He, you might yell that from like, you know, the railing of the ship. Yeah, the gunwale of the ship as the ships are parting, and he just smiles and holds up the knife you gave him.
I will also yell, "Go say hi to my dads, you fucker."
And he just points
Stop
to the
being a
knife and
coward.
nods.
Stop being a coward.
Tell them thank you for my armor.
I will send my paperweight with the Mercy for Rollin.
So
your
cute.
hard hands.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant little Jeffrey.
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
I was like, what a rude thing to call him.
Wow. Never in my life would I call him that, but that was in your heart. So I think you should probably investigate that.
I'm so sorry.
Look at his face. Look at his little face.
Look at him.
Wow.
Why, Kallista?
Derek, does that mean we can level up for next session?
Yes, it does.
Yay!
All right. Let's go ahead and end there when we rejoin our Horizon Hopping Heroes next time. I'm going to steal Michael's little thing there. We will be at the Helgamore Islands, and all new adventures await with potentially a guest in our near future as well. I need to check with her. Thank you for joining us for another Horizons call. I am Derek Swordies, he, him pronouns. I have been your game master and your guiding compass, your GM and your GC, as we navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. Then we'll do a little channel stuff and we'll wrap up for the night. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mary. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. Right now, I am a Sorting Key exclusive, and I am here only exclusively on Saturdays. As at 1 p.m. Eastern, I run the Invisible Sun campaign, the Indigo Nexus. We will be back next week. We had a couple weeks off. Shit's getting real. We are in our last quarter of for season 1 of the campaign, and obviously, you already know I'm here in Horizons Call every week too. So yeah. Also, I'm gonna say this right now too, just so I can hold myself accountable. I'm gonna be putting out an Invisible Sun like one-shot, one-on-one casting call at some point. If I don't have it posted, someone yell at me. So if you've ever wanted to play Invisible Sun and it's just you and me, let's just sign up.
Thank you, Mare. Next up is Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. I have been Winnie. You can find me here on Saturdays for Horizons Call and many Sundays Sorry if you heard that giant dog yawn. Many Sundays, but not this Sunday, and I don't think next Sunday, but shortly after that, we will be doing a play test of Candlelight Inquisition, which is coming to a Kickstarter near you soon-ish. Jen, I believe is that a thing that is announced we can say about the dice?
Oh yeah, that's been super public for a while.
I thought so, but
Yeah. I made the dice for that Kickstarter, so I've been invited to be a guest at the actual launch party that we're doing next month. I'm very excited.
Hey. Yeah, I'm excited to run the game, so we'll see how that goes. You can also find me on social media, but I wouldn't bother because I don't really post anything. Yeah. Follow Sword and Key for all those updates. Sorry, I just punched my mic.
Didn't hear it. The mic probably had it coming. Sorry, Candlelight Inquisition, you said that's going to be the 19th?
I believe so.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific time?
Yes.
Wonderful. That's what I have on my calendar, so I just want to double check. Fantastic. Thank you, Eva. And thank you to Eva for running production for this game. If I didn't say that before, she does it almost every single week, often assisted by Mare and Kaila, but a lot of the hard behind the scenes work is really thanks to her, and also Jenn, the hit point trackers, health point trackers. I want to say all those things all at the same time, but all those are really thanks to those two specifically. Next up is Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, Mikyl Sandoval, on Instagram and BlueSky. I post art. I do some things. I've been breaking my knuckles on a Subaru for whatever reason. Don't know why. Didn't need to, but I did it anyway. Yeah. So that's me. You can find me on Dax's channel tomorrow, playing a clone trooper veteran in their Star Wars Fantasy Flights game. So come check it out.
Absolutely. Thank you to Mikyl for the artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Next up would be Kaila, but Kaila had some cool stuff going on today, so hope she's doing well. Kaila typically plays Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, and she is also a Sword and Key exclusive, but we'll likely have another stream on this channel here in the relative near future, so check out our socials for more information about that. Jenn, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hi, I'm Jenn. I'm Low Zelda in a bunch of places. If you want to see me play TTRPGs, it's just here for right now on this one. Maybe something else eventually. We'll see. But for now, it's that. I also stream on my own channel, other stuff. Right now we're playing through Hades 2. There's a lot of swearing happening over there. Is pretty much the way I can describe how those runs are going. But we're, in theory, getting close to a point where I will be done enough that I'll switch to something else. Jeff is going to join me for a game. If anybody's seen us play co-op air quotes games before, you know it's going to be a good time. And I'm very excited for that. And then, yes, I also make dice. I'm Log Dog Dice. I've made dice for the Candlelight Inquisition's Kickstarter. I'm currently working on dice for the Paragon starter set. And then I'll have a third Kickstarter that's coming later in the year.
Very cool. Thank you to these wonderful people. Thank you to you for watching. Thank you if you've been able to donate to Feeding America. It's an important cause. Understand if you don't have a couple extra bucks sitting around, that's perfectly okay. Spreading the word is always super appreciated. But if you do have a couple extra bucks sitting around, you can donate to that cause at any time and add some incentives to our future games. Let's see. I am Derek Sword. Again, you see pronouns. I am GM, GC. If you were looking for me on socials, you can. I'm there, but most of what I do is just repost Sword and Key stuff. So check out all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. We have our socials, that's BlueSky and Instagram. We also have links to join our Discord. Our Discord is a great little community. We'd love to have you there. Beacons has all of our links. Discord has all of the cool stuff that our links will help you to get to. So as you are looking at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, also check out some of our affiliate links. Those will get you some discount codes and some otherwise cool stuff. Hit Point Press. They make Humblewood. They make the Islands of Cena Una, animated spell cards, Fablemaker's Deck, Floral Dragons, Big Bad series. They've got music plush. They've got minis and tons of TTRPG books and accessories.
use our affiliate link if you're going to be shopping with them. Friday afternoon tea. Gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest. Get your perfect cup of tea. Use code The Lady Dame. I'm going to borrow a friend's code for this for 10% off your order there. I personally recommend the Sword and Tea, which Eva and I helped make. Or, since I'm borrowing LD's code, I will shout out the one that she helped make, which was the Smut Tea. There's also a secret menu where you can find a Kallista-inspired tea. But if you need help finding that, just let me know. Again, code Lady Dame for 10% off your purchase. If you are getting a custom mini of your character, check out Eldritch Foundry. No matter how weird and wild and normal and mod your TTRPG character might be, you can make a mini of them and use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. Or if you are doing 3D printing, use our affiliate link that will get you a 3-month subscription for only $19.99. Unlimited STL files, it's a pretty good deal. If you're getting your perfect dice set, might I recommend Long Dog Dice. You really can't go wrong. They are balanced, as I've rolled. Oh man, it's feast or famine. It was 1 or 20, so very, very balanced. But I love the Horizons Call set that I have, which you can pre-order. That is the D6 with the Sword and Key logo on it. You can also get any of the dice sets for any of the characters here, which you can pre-order, or the Horizons Call set, or just get a dice set that works best for you. Jenn, I saw you testing out some Copper Dragon dice recently, which looked really cool. So I'm very excited about that. There's also some custom merch, which you can get your D&D characters info on, clothing-wise. There's glassware. There's also these really great D20 fidgets, which I always mean to have in front of me, but I know if I did, all you'd hear is crunching over the mic, because they are really satisfying. Mare has one, Mikyl has one. They're really great. Yes, check out all of that and use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. If you are looking to donate towards a great cause, again, Feeding America is a great cause that we support here. However, we have a number of other charities and philanthropies that we support throughout the year. I'll talk about those more specifically as we get to our calendar, but you can see all the links for those there. You can also see links to our Twitch, our YouTube. If you're watching this live or later, you're in one of those two places. Give us a follow if you haven't already. And you can also see links to the podcast Monster Crush. It is a podcast to do with my friend LD. We talk about cryptids, creatures, and miscellaneous monsters from myth and how smoochable they are. It is a bi-weekly bisexual panteratophilic podcast of monster love and celebration. We will have a new episode coming out this weekend. And listen to our amazing backlog. This is episode 125, so we got plenty of episodes to learn more about monsters and love more about monsters. Check that out. Let's head over to our calendar real quick here. So tomorrow, Monster Crush does have a new episode coming out. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time is the next episode of Gate Night. That's where Shadow LD and I play Baldur's Gate 3 currently, not for too much longer. The only video game streamed here on Sword and Key. We are in the end game. We are this close to the Elder Brain, so only a few more episodes of that left. But now is a great time to jump in and see where all of our fighting and item collecting has gotten us as we try to take out all of the big bads. At 6 p.m. Pacific time on Fridays, the next one being the 10th, is Harbingers. It's a Horizons Call spinoff. It is raising money for the Trans-Latina Coalition. So donate to that important cause and check out that game. They're fighting some vampirates and have made some interesting choices. So this will be, can't wait to see where it goes next. I don't know. And then next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time is the next episode of the Indigo Nexus, the Invisible Sun game that Mare runs. Horizons Call will be taking the week off, but we'll be back on the 18th. We also have Sword and Key movie nights. They're totally free. All you gotta do is be part of our Discord to join in. Our next one is going to be on the 12th. That is Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We're watching Paddington 2. Because the first one was actually really good, and the second one's supposed to be even better, and I didn't know the Paddington movies. I mean, I've heard the Paddington movies were supposed to be really great, but, like, it's just weird. So, I don't know. Watch Paddington with us. All that said, thank you so much again for joining us. Until we see you next time, hopefully sooner rather than later, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.